evening, traders. Sunday night, the 16th of May. Got a little preview for this week's S&Ps and the Dow and what we might expect as the week starts off. We've had a huge acceleration that came off the uh, the 50 MAs all the way across the board, and we just took off. And I think if the acceleration is going to kick in and start testing these higher highs, it most likely will have to hold on to these moving averages. And the 9 and the 18 daily is between 41.65 and 55, and we're kind of hovering there right now. I got to believe that any leakage down below S1, it was about 46. This is your first support level for tomorrow. Um, would probably start to unwind these things. I would think if they can hold S1, and you can see from Friday's session, that's where we bottomed a little bit before they took off for the afternoon and exploded. Went from 43 to 80, and then they tapered off at the end of the day, taking profits. I'd watch this area very closely. We don't hold this. There's probably a good chance that we can roll over and maybe fill some gap, which is from about 39, which is a little below S1. It takes us all the way down. It could take us all the way to S2, which is around 41.18. But we're just going to have to see. It's too early to tell. I don't know how this is going to play out overnight. We'll have to just take a look at this in the morning and see whether or not they're holding up to these MAs right here and are willing to take off and run everybody over to the upside. So we'll have to watch how this plays out. If you're looking for a guide to the Dow, um, pretty much they're looking like they want to take off as well. You can see right here they are above their 9 and 18. Um, you can see the lower end is at about 34,000. And if you really want to get a better look at it, right, oopsie, a better look at it right here, you can see the spike low that occurred on Friday right at 34,000, and they just exploded off of that. So 34 looks like about 34,050 would be a hard pullback. That would be from where we're at right now. It's about 170 Dow points. That'd be 17 handles in the ES. And that would probably take us to about 4140. And that's the kind of the support area I talked about right here. So we're just going to have to see. Like I said, there's gaps. Gaps do get filled. I don't know if they're going to do it. I mean, this is a solid move that just exploded from well, Dow went from 33.2 back up really to really almost 1,000 points actually, and the ES has actually had a power bounce too that's taken them from 40.30 all the way up to this number right here, 41.80. It's a pretty solid run up. So I don't know if they're going to consolidate and maybe push them early in the morning and test. But like I said, if it's really going to kick back into the accelerated phase, it's going to most likely hold up at the MAs and most likely or the pivot, which is right here around 62, and you can see prices pushing down. They're double bottoming right now, or trying to, off the overnight low of 58. But it to me, based on this platform and what I'm seeing here, there's probably a good chance this thing could continue to accelerate to the downside. Um, Let me get a Dow chart and see if you can see the same. See, the Dow's trying to bounce too from right here. It's a solid blue bar. That's usually a significant signal if it confirms with a few more. But we're just going to have to see. It's just too early to tell. So it's just impossible to make these predictions overnight. I just don't know how they're going to push it once Europe opens. So, like I said, you're going to want to pay attention to this area, 4165 to 55, and then if we can't get hold of this early and they roll over, you're going to want to pay good close attention to the 4340 or the 4143 area. And like I said, if you get any weaknesses here, most likely we're going to continue and we're going to fill the gap. So we're just going to have to see. It's like I said, it's there. We know it's there. They know it's there. I just don't know if they're going to just go in and attack it early, get a power bounce. I mean, actually, 4112 has been a fairly significant level. Uh, Let me bring this down and maybe you can see it a little better right here. You can see right here, uh, like here, all these lows come right on here at 4118. This is how many times we have held this level, and now we're above it. So I mean, any hard retracement, that would be as far as I can see this going. And like I said, that's the gap. So I mean, they go, and maybe they'll look for value down here. But like I said, it all starts up here. So until we breach 4140, you know, it's going to continue to push to the upside, I would assume. So we're just going to have to see how this plays out tomorrow. So this is kind of the early analysis, and let's just take a look at this market in the morning and see what what it does overnight and where price is, and we'll take it from there. So once again, MR Strategies on a Sunday night. Hope you guys had a great weekend, and let's go make some money next week. All right, everybody have a great night. See you in the morning.